Welcome back. Deep beneath the earth, under mountains older than history itself, a stone was born that should not exist. Not red. Not green. Not gold. Blue. A deep, electric blue so rare, some people believed it was cursed. Others believed it held the power of kings. And for centuries, the world has been obsessed with one question. Why are blue diamonds so mysterious? Because unlike ordinary diamonds, blue diamonds are almost impossible. Most diamonds are formed from pure carbon. But somewhere in the violent chaos beneath the Earth's surface, something changed. A tiny trace of boron entered the crystal while it was forming billions of years ago. And that single mistake created one of the rarest treasures on Earth. A gem so uncommon that entire kingdoms fought over it. A stone so valuable that collectors spend fortunes just to see one for a few seconds. And some believe these diamonds carry a dark history that follows every owner. The story begins far from modern cities. Far from banks and museums. It begins in ancient India. More than 800 years ago, miners digging near the Krishna River discovered strange blue stones glowing in sunlight. They looked almost supernatural. In a time when people believed gems came from gods, the blue diamond became something sacred and feared. Kings locked them inside royal treasure rooms. Priests used them in rituals. Warriors carried them into battle believing the stones could protect them from death. But legends soon began to spread. Stories of betrayal, madness, disappearances, and sudden death. People whispered that blue diamonds were not gifts from heaven, but pieces of the sky trapped underground. One diamond became more feared than all the others. The legendary Hope Diamond. Today, it sits behind thick glass under heavy security. Millions visit it every year. But few know the terrifying history behind it. According to legend, the diamond was stolen from the eye of a sacred statue in India. Soon after, strange tragedies began surrounding anyone connected to it. Owners lost fortunes. Families collapsed. Some died suddenly under mysterious circumstances. Was it truly cursed? Or was fear creating the curse itself? Nobody knows. But even today, the Hope Diamond remains one of the most haunting gemstones ever discovered. And it is not even the rarest blue diamond in history. That title may belong to another stone. The Blue Moon Diamond. A flawless blue gem discovered deep inside a South African mine. When miners first uncovered it, they could hardly believe what they were seeing. A perfect blue crystal hidden for billions of years beneath solid rock. Experts called it a miracle of nature. When it was finally sold at auction, the price shocked the entire world. Over $48 million. For one stone. Think about that. A tiny object small enough to fit in your hand, worth more than private jets, mansions, or entire islands. But what makes humans so obsessed with these stones? Maybe it is because blue diamonds do not feel real. Their color looks almost impossible. Like frozen lightning trapped inside crystal. Under light, they seem alive. Cold. Silent. Watching. And the deeper the blue, the rarer the diamond becomes. Some gem experts spend their entire careers without ever touching a natural blue diamond. That is how uncommon they are. But the mystery goes deeper. Scientists discovered that many blue diamonds are older than most life on Earth itself. Some formed nearly 3 billion years ago, deep in parts of the planet humans can never reach. To understand how impossible this is, imagine a stone created before dinosaurs existed. Before trees. Before complex life. A blue diamond is not just jewelry. It is time itself, crystallized. And getting them to the surface is even more violent. These diamonds travel upward through massive volcanic eruptions called kimberlite explosions. Explosions so powerful they shoot material from deep inside Earth toward the surface at terrifying speeds. Without those eruptions, blue diamonds would remain buried forever. Hidden in darkness. never seen by human eyes. But once discovered, everything changes. Greed begins. Wars begin. Empires rise and collapse around gemstones. History is filled with rulers who became obsessed with rare stones. Some believed gems gave them divine power. Others used them to show wealth beyond imagination. In ancient Persia, blue gems symbolized heaven. In Europe, royalty believed rare diamonds proved they were chosen by God. Even today, billionaires compete secretly to own the rarest stones in existence. Why? Because rarity creates power. And nothing is rarer than a natural blue diamond. But there is another side to this story. A darker side hidden beneath the beauty. Diamond mining has often come with suffering. Dangerous tunnels. Harsh conditions. Entire communities built around the hunger for rare stones. For every diamond displayed in luxury stores, there is a deeper story underground. A story of risk. Of sacrifice. Of people searching endlessly for something almost impossible to find. And sometimes, they found more than they expected. In 1905, miners in South Africa uncovered the Cullinan diamond, the largest gem-quality diamond ever discovered. While it was not blue, its discovery changed the diamond world forever and pushed miners deeper underground searching for even rarer stones. That search eventually led to legendary blue diamonds hidden inside Earth's oldest rocks. And then came modern technology. Today, scientists can create lab-grown diamonds that look nearly identical to natural ones. Even blue diamonds can now be made artificially. But strangely, collectors still chase the natural stones. Because humans do not just want beauty. They want history. A lab diamond may shine the same way. But it does not carry billions of years of mystery. It was not hidden beneath continents. It did not survive volcanic violence. It does not whisper stories of ancient kings, lost mines, and forgotten civilizations. Natural blue diamonds feel alive because they survived impossible odds just to exist. And maybe that is why people cannot look away from them. Even in museums, crowds stand silently before these stones. Cameras flash. Security guards watch carefully. Visitors move closer to the glass as if the diamonds are pulling them in. For a moment, everyone forgets the modern world. And they stare into something ancient. Something older than memory itself. But perhaps the strangest part of all is that Earth may still be hiding more blue diamonds. Right now. Somewhere beneath deserts, mountains, or frozen land, there could be another stone waiting in darkness. A gem no human has ever seen. A crystal formed before human civilization even began. And maybe one day, someone will uncover it. A miner. An explorer. A person searching through ordinary rock who suddenly sees a flash of impossible blue. And in that moment, history begins again. Because blue diamonds are more than rare stones. They are symbols of mystery. Proof that our planet still hides secrets beyond imagination. Tiny fragments of deep time carried from the heart of Earth to the palms of humans. Beautiful. Terrifying. Timeless. And maybe that is the real reason the world remains obsessed with them. Not because they are valuable. But because they remind us how small we truly are. Somewhere beneath our feet, hidden in darkness for billions of years, the Earth is still creating wonders we cannot fully understand. And among them, glowing silently in the dark, is the blue diamond. Welcome back. Deep beneath the scorched earth of Australia, inside cold, black volcanic rock, a blue fire slept in silence for millions of years. Not gold. Not diamonds. Something far rarer. A sapphire, hidden in basalt. And the craziest part? Most people walked right over it without ever knowing what was buried beneath their feet. Australia is a land of extremes. Endless deserts. Violent storms. Ancient mountains. But beneath this brutal landscape lies one of the planet's greatest hidden treasures. A gemstone born in fire, forged under unimaginable pressure, then trapped inside dark volcanic stone like a secret the Earth never wanted discovered. For decades, miners searched these barren fields hoping for luck. Most found nothing. Dust. Broken rock. Empty promises. But every once in a while, someone cracked open a dull piece of basalt and saw it. A flash of deep blue. A color so unreal it looked electric. And in that moment, everything changed. Because these weren't ordinary sapphires. These stones carried the violence of volcanoes inside them. Millions of years ago, Australia's ancient volcanic eruptions blasted molten material from deep within the Earth's mantle. As the lava exploded upward, it carried tiny sapphire crystals with it. The lava cooled into hard black basalt, trapping the gems inside like prehistoric time capsules. That means every sapphire hidden in Australian basalt survived hell itself. Extreme heat. Crushing pressure. Explosive eruptions. And endless ages buried underground. That's why these stones feel different. Older. Wilder. More mysterious. In the sapphire fields of Queensland and New South Wales, miners still hunt for them today. And the conditions are brutal. The sun burns like fire. The ground cracks beneath your boots. Flies swarm your face. Day after day, people dig through gravel and volcanic debris searching for one tiny glimmer of blue. Sometimes they go weeks without finding anything. Sometimes months. And then, suddenly, a miracle. A miner rinses a muddy rock in water. The dirt slides away. And a sapphire appears. Perfect. Ancient. Untouched for millions of years. That single moment keeps people coming back forever. Because sapphire hunting isn't just mining. It's obsession. There are stories of families spending generations searching these fields. Fathers teaching sons. Old miners refusing to leave even after decades of failure. Some lost fortunes chasing sapphires buried in volcanic earth. Others discovered stones worth more than houses hidden inside ordinary-looking rocks. That's the magic of basalt sapphires. You never know what's inside until you break the stone open. And nature loves hiding beauty in ugly places. Some Australian sapphires are dark midnight blue. Others glow green, teal, or golden under sunlight. Some even change color depending on the light around them. And unlike many perfectly polished gemstones sold in luxury stores, these stones feel raw and alive. Real. Like pieces of the Earth's memory. What makes Australian sapphires even more fascinating is their reputation in the gem world. For years, they were underestimated. Overshadowed by sapphires from places like Sri Lanka and Kashmir. Many jewelers ignored them because their colors were darker and more mysterious. But today? Collectors are obsessed with them. Because no two stones are alike. Some contain tiny traces of iron that create deep stormy blues. Others reflect flashes of green like ocean water before a cyclone. Every gem feels unpredictable, almost untamed. And then there's the basalt itself. Black. Heavy. Ancient volcanic rock. At first glance, it looks worthless. Just another dark stone lying in the dirt. But hidden inside could be a sapphire worth thousands, maybe even more. That contrast is what makes this story unforgettable. A priceless treasure, concealed inside something ordinary. It feels almost symbolic. Like nature testing human patience. Only those willing to look deeper ever find the reward. And sometimes, the discoveries are unbelievable. There have been miners who nearly threw away rocks before spotting a tiny blue glimmer at the last second. Others accidentally crushed valuable sapphires because they didn't recognize what they had found. Imagine holding a volcanic rock in your hand without realizing a gemstone formed before human civilization existed was hiding inside. That's how deceptive basalt can be. It hides secrets well. In remote Australian mining towns, sapphire fever became part of local culture. Entire communities formed around the hunt. Tiny settlements appeared in the middle of nowhere, built by dreamers chasing buried blue fire. Old shops. Rusted equipment. dust-covered roads stretching toward endless horizons. And every person there shared the same hope. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe the next rock. Maybe the next dig. Because somewhere underground, another sapphire was waiting. Some miners describe the feeling as addictive. The sound of gravel moving through a sieve. The tension before washing the dirt away. The split second before discovery. It's like gambling against nature itself. Except nature doesn't care who wins. That's why the victories feel so emotional. One sapphire can erase years of struggle. One stone can change a life. But beyond money, these gems carry something deeper. Connection. To Earth's ancient past. To volcanoes long dead. To a violent world that existed millions of years before humans ever walked Australia. When you hold one of these sapphires, you're touching a survivor of geological chaos. A crystal born deep inside the planet, launched upward by volcanic fury, hidden inside basalt, then discovered by human hands after surviving through unimaginable time. That journey is almost impossible to comprehend. And yet the story gets even crazier. Some Australian sapphires reveal hidden beauty only after cutting and polishing. What first appears dark and rough suddenly transforms into glowing blue brilliance under light. Miners call it waking the stone. Think about that. A gem sleeps inside volcanic rock for millions of years, waiting for someone to finally reveal its true form. It sounds like mythology. But it's real. Even modern technology can't fully predict where sapphires will appear. Geologists study ancient lava flows in volcanic regions, but nature remains unpredictable. Some of the richest sapphire deposits were discovered by complete accident. A farmer digging a fence post. A prospector exploring dry creek beds. A child picking up strange rocks near a river. That randomness adds to the mystery. The earth chooses when to reveal its treasures. Not humans. And perhaps that's why sapphire stories feel so powerful. Because they remind us something extraordinary can still exist hidden beneath ordinary ground. In a world mapped by satellites and controlled by machines, there are still secrets buried in silence. Still mysteries waiting beneath stone. Still beauty hidden where nobody expects it. Australian basalt sapphires prove that. And maybe that's the real reason people become obsessed with them. Not because of wealth. Not because of jewelry. But because finding one feels like discovering proof that magic still exists in the natural world. Imagine standing alone in the Australian outback at sunset. Red dust blowing across the land. Endless silence stretching to the horizon. In your hand is a rough black rock pulled from ancient volcanic earth. It looks worthless. Broken. Forgettable. Then sunlight hits a crack in the stone. And suddenly, blue fire. A sapphire hidden inside basalt. A secret carried through millions of years finally revealing itself in a single flash of light. That moment changes people forever. Because once you realize unimaginable beauty can hide inside the darkest stone, you start seeing the world differently. And maybe that's the greatest treasure Australia ever buried beneath its volcanic earth.